G'day and salutations. Today's briefing, Ukraine's 61 billion. How much directly aids Ukraine? The US House of Representatives and the Senate have passed the Ukraine Security Supplemental Act 2024, which will soon be signed by the President. This act delivers approximately 61 billion for both direct and indirect support to Ukraine and other countries. But this 61 billion is not only about weapons and ammunition. It also covers US personnel, operations and maintenance costs, among other items. I'll divide this briefing into sections that largely equate to the sections or articles in the Act. The source for the figures and provisions mentioned in this briefing are from the Act, linked below in the description. The first section covers US military personnel. Around 240 million is provided to cover Army, Marine Corps, Air Force and Space Force personnel involved in supporting Ukraine. The second section covers operation and maintenance of US equipment and facilities. The most significant part of this section is operation and maintenance defence-wide, amounting to almost 28 billion. This is significant because one of the provisions is that up to 13.4 billion may be transferred to other accounts, including procurement, and can be utilised for replacement through new procurement or repair of existing unserviceable equipment, of defence articles from the stocks of the Department of Defence, and for reimbursement for defence services of the Department of Defence provided to the government of Ukraine or to foreign countries that have provided support to Ukraine at the request of the United States. Next is the procurement section. However, this deals with procurement to replace US stocks, not for the procurement of new weapons or ammunition for Ukraine. The total for the Army, Navy, Marines, Air Force and defence-wide is over 13 billion. There are also sections on research, development, test and evaluation of over 630 million and on other defence-related expenditure, including on 8 million for the Office of the Inspector General, 2 million for the Intelligence Community Management Account, almost 144 million for Defence Nuclear Non-Proliferation, and over 5.5 million for US federal salaries and expenses, totalling almost 160 million. The final section covers the Department of State and related expenditure. The most significant part of this section is the Economic Support Fund, totalling almost 8 billion. This assistance for Ukraine may include budget support, provided that none of the funds may be made available for the reimbursement of pensions. Note that the 1.575 billion for assistance for Europe, Eurasia and Central Asia is under the Freedom Support Act and is for the assistance for Ukraine and other parts of the former Soviet Union, with the exception of Azerbaijan. Note also the Foreign Military Financing Program, totaling 1.6 billion, is for Ukraine and 21 other countries impacted by the situation in Ukraine and shall be available for the cost of loans and loan guarantees. In summary, Ukraine can directly receive up to 13.4 billion for weapon systems, defence articles and defence services, and 7.8 billion for government salaries and other budgetary support, for a total of approximately 21.2 billion in direct financial support. While the Act still has to be signed by the President to become law, this should occur within the next few days. That concludes today's briefing. Thank you for watching. Happy to take suggestions for future briefings from subscribers, so please subscribe, like and share. Until next time, vale de cero.